Global warming is a prominent issue today that is causing various changes to the environment, or also known as the biosphere. Global warming is noticed as the issue of rising temperature of the Earth's atmosphere and oceans and its related effects. This process occurs when greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, water vapor, nitrous oxide, methane, and CFCs trap the heat and light from the sun in the Earth's atmosphere. More closely, the greenhouse gases wiggle or resonate when it is met by an infrared radiation. While all other types of gases do not react to this radiation, these gases have the tendency to resonate or absorb and re-emit the radiation due to their chemical structures. Specifically, these are the most important greenhouse gases to global warming. CFCs, which are from refrigerators and many medical products such as inhalers, were banned by the Montreal Protocol, but has the most devastating effect by depleting the ozone layer. It may take up to several hundred years to get rid of them. Methane has increased, where about 30% is from fossil fuels and 40% is from agriculture and the livestock industry. Ruminant gut, or also known as fart, is a main source in the increase of methane levels. Nitrous oxide, also known as laughing gas, is also from industrial agriculture, livestock industry from ammonia and manure, and fossil fuel combustion. Fossil fuel combustion is more noticed with an increased level of CO2. Deforestation, which accounts for 20% of global CO2 emissions, and fossil fuels have caused the greatest increase in levels of CO2, the most prominent greenhouse gas. The levels are increasing at an alarming rate, where about 56% contributes to global warming. H2O, or water vapor, like all the other gases except CFCs, are natural, just that humans have caused an increase in the levels of them. Greenhouse gases together essentially causes a rise in the temperature and are the main subjects of the greenhouse effect. Greenhouse effect was generally natural before the 1750s, but due to the Industrial Revolution and massive changes in the industries, the levels of greenhouse gases have been rising, along with the temperature. The sun gives off heat and visible radiation to the planet. While most of the radiation is absorbed by the Earth and warms it, some energy is radiated back into space by the Earth in the form of infrared waves. Some of this outgoing infrared radiation reflected by the greenhouse gases and trapped in the Earth's atmosphere and warms it. Due to the greenhouse effect, about 0.8 degrees Celsius has increased since 1860. Arctic sea ice can be an important indicator for global warming. Due to global warming and its effects from industrialization, temperatures have been rising alarmingly and has been affecting the Arctic tremendously. Sea ice increases each winter due to the cold temperatures and melts during the summer. But over the last few hundred years after 1750, or the Industrial Revolution, ice has been melting much more than increasing. Not only is the ice melting causing the change in the sea ice extent, where ice is getting less thick each year, but destroying natural habitats for many Arctic animals such as penguins and polar bears. Where are these polar bears to live when there's nowhere to go anymore? With the rise in greenhouse gas emissions due to human activity, especially with the combustion of fossil fuels, temperatures have been increasing at an alarming rate. Concentrations of CO2 and methane have increased by 36% and 148% respectively since 1750. This has been found to be higher than any value from the ice cores extracted since 800,000 years ago. Rising greenhouse gases due to human activity has increased temperatures and thus led to a significant melt in the Arctic sea ice. The future remains bleak, but with consideration and humans who work together to help lower the levels of this prominent issue, they can be changed for the better.